This is reasons I love the Star Wars video games. Okay? I'm talking about the franchise, like the movies and stuff, because that deserves a video of its own, obviously. The first point I like to make is that it brings you, the player, into the Star Wars world, like the Star Wars universe. And another point I like to make is the ability to become a Jedi or Sith in multiple games, really, to use the light side and the dark side. Personally, I always go dark side because that's, in my opinion, the cooler side of the Force. You know, the Sith lightning, man. I love the Sith lightning. Um, of course, you can't talk about Star Wars, video game or movie, without talking about music. And I love just the massive archive of music for the video games. It's just goes could go this goes on forever probably. I do have a few favorites though. I love the music from Knights of the Old Republic and Star Wars Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2 of course is just really nostalgic for me because I used to play that all the time. And speaking of Star Wars Battlefront 2, becoming like just a regular foot soldier was one of my favorite parts about Battlefront 2. And pretty much any game that involves you being a foot soldier, just a common foot soldier like a clone trooper or a rebel, that's really just exceptional, just perfect in my opinion. Perfect way to do a Star Wars game is to make use of common foot soldier. Unless of course you're talking about the EA Star Wars Battlefront, because that was just massive disappointment. And of course, the Star Wars games do have their own complex stories. And my favorite, of course, being the shocking reveal in Knights of the Old Republic. This is going to be a spoiler. But the Sith Lord in it, that is betrayed by his apprentice, Malak, and is Revan, and you turn out to be him, and that twist was just like, now if only Shyamalan could take a hint from this game. And speaking of like the characters like Revan, another thing I really like about Star Wars games is they add in new characters you didn't that become a part of the Star Wars universe thanks to the games, and just like so many of them. I like learning the stories for all of them. And the Star Wars video games really do have like their own community of fans. Like I know people who like the games but aren't fans of the movies. And that means basically the Star Wars games are just another outlet to collect fans for the franchise, really. And there was a lot of creativity that goes into the games, like a whole lot. I always like the maps for Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Jedi Knight Academy. I really like that game as well. There's the creativity in the story. Um, and Star Wars also is really like a massive multiple genres and styles, like from first-person shooter, third-person shooter, RPG. Uh, there's probably even some strategy games out there I haven't heard about or played yet, which is kind of shocking because I'm a big fan of strategy games. And just here, firing up the lightsaber, you know, the games and just hearing like the noise they make when they hit another lightsaber. It's just like, oh man, I'm doing that. I'm actually doing that. I think that's one of the reasons why, in my opinion, the games are probably better than the movies, because it's your guy, your character that is doing it instead of Luke or Obi-Wan or Anakin. The games also, another thing I liked about them was they expand the universe. Like, there was planets I didn't even know about until I started getting into the games. Like, this is very, oh, Korriban. Yeah, that one. And Malachor, Nar Shaddaa, Dromund Kaas, I think that's how you pronounce it. And there are just so many games to play. They gotta be reaching at least 100 games by now. One Star Wars game type that I will not be playing probably ever is any mobile games, because I'm not a big fan of mobile games. Not saying they're not good or creative, and if that's your thing, that's your thing. But really, for me, it's more the console-based games, and anything released for PC definitely worth buying. I can't even count how many hours I would just waste away on Star Wars Battlefront 2, just doing the same maps and matchups and stuff. Or playing through my 50th playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic. I actually counted it out, my playthroughs on that, and I did hit 52 before the disc crapped out. That was a sad day. But anyways, those are the reasons that I like the Star Wars video games. Thanks for watching.